Eating a salad every day is one of the most common pieces of health advice, yet for millions of us, it delivers only a fraction of its potential benefit. A simple, almost invisible mistake in how we prepare it can prevent our bodies from absorbing the very nutrients we're seeking for our eye health, our skin, and our overall vitality. This isn't about eating more or depriving yourself. It's about a small, deliberate act of scientific synergy. Today, I'm going to show you a simple salad trick, backed by solid research, that involves just a teaspoon of something you almost certainly have in your kitchen right now. We will explore exactly why this works inside your body, how to do it correctly without adding unwanted calories, and I will demonstrate 3 of my favorite, incredibly simple dressings that put this principle into practice. Stay with me, because understanding this one small detail can fundamentally change the value you get from your healthy meals. And as always, our focus here is on gentle, sustainable improvements that fit into your real life, not drastic overhauls. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Daniel Bennett, and welcome back to the channel where we explore the science of healthy aging, one practical step at a time. If you're new here and believe in making informed, calm choices about your health, I'd be so pleased if you'd join our community by subscribing. We have a wonderful, supportive group of people in the comments who share their own journeys, and we'd love for you to be part of that conversation. Now, let's talk about that beautiful bowl of greens. We look at a salad like this one, full of spinach, romaine, and bright orange carrots, and we think, I'm doing something great for my eyes. And you are. These vegetables are packed with a class of powerful antioxidants called carotenoids. You may have heard of some of them: beta-carotene, which our body converts to vitamin A, as well as lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are superstars for senior health. Lutein and zeaxanthin, in particular, accumulate in the retina of your eye, specifically in the macula. They act like internal sunglasses, filtering out damaging blue light and protecting those delicate cells from oxidative stress. Large population studies consistently suggest that higher intake of these nutrients is linked to a lower risk of age-related macular degeneration and cataracts, 2 of the leading causes of vision loss as we age. So you eat the salad, feeling good about your choice. But here's the crucial part: carotenoids are fat-soluble. This is the scientific key that unlocks everything. Being fat-soluble means they don't dissolve in water. They need to be dissolved in fat to be properly absorbed by your intestines. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a greasy pan after cooking. If you try to wash it with only cold water, the grease just smears around. It doesn't go anywhere. The water molecules and the grease molecules simply don't mix. But if you add a drop of dish soap, the soap acts as an emulsifier. It breaks the large grease blobs into tiny microscopic droplets that the water can then grab onto and wash away. In your body, dietary fat plays the role of that dish soap. When you eat fat, it signals your gallbladder to release bile into your small intestine. Bile is your body's natural emulsifier. It takes the fat from your food, along with those fat-soluble carotenoids from the vegetables, and breaks them down into tiny packages called micelles. It's only in this form that the cells lining your intestine can absorb them and send them into your bloodstream to do their important work in your eyes and skin. Without that trigger of fat, without the release of bile, a majority of those precious carotenoids will simply pass through your digestive system, unabsorbed and unused. You went to all the trouble and expense of buying and preparing fresh vegetables, but your body couldn't access their greatest gifts. That is the invisible barrier we need to overcome. So how do we fix this? The solution is beautifully simple. We add a small amount of a healthy fat to our salad. This is the salad trick. And when I say small, I truly mean it. This brings us to a common misconception I want to address right away. Many people believe you need to drench a salad in oily dressing for this to work, which then leads to worries about calories and weight gain. That is simply not true. In fact, research from respected institutions like Purdue University has shown that even a very small amount of fat can make a world of difference. One key study found that as little as 3 grams of fat, that's the amount in less than a single teaspoon of olive oil, was enough to significantly increase the absorption of carotenoids from a salad. The goal here is efficiency and consistency, not quantity. A little bit, every time, is the key. This brings us to our next important point: choosing the right kind of fat. While technically any fat will trigger the bile response, we want to choose fats that bring their own health benefits to the table, rather than ones that might contribute to inflammation or other issues. This is about making every ingredient count. The best choices are fats that are high in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. These are the good fats you hear so much about. Monounsaturated fats, which are the hallmark of the Mediterranean diet, are fantastic. They are found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts like almonds and pecans. They are known for their anti-inflammatory properties and their ability to support cardiovascular health by helping to maintain healthy cholesterol levels. Polyunsaturated fats are also excellent. These include the famous omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. You'll find these in walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, and fatty fish. These fats are critical for brain health and for maintaining the integrity of every cell membrane in your body. The fats we want to use more sparingly are saturated fats, often found in creamy, store-bought dressings made with cheese, cream, or certain processed oils. While they will help you absorb your carotenoids, they don't provide those same powerful, secondary anti-inflammatory and heart-healthy benefits. A little bit is fine, but we can do better for our daily salad. So let's move from the science to the kitchen. I want to show you just how easy this is by demonstrating 3 simple, delicious, and properly portioned dressings you can make in under 2 minutes. The most important tool you will need is a measuring spoon. Guessing our oil portions is the #1 way we accidentally turn a low-calorie salad into a high-calorie meal. By measuring, we stay in control. First, the timeless classic, a simple lemon and olive oil vinaigrette. This is my personal go-to. All you need is 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. It's important to use extra virgin because it's the least processed and contains the highest concentration of beneficial compounds called polyphenol. To that, we add 2 or 3 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. The acidity cuts through the richness of the oil and adds wonderful brightness. Lemon juice is also a great source of vitamin C, a water-soluble antioxidant that works as a teammate to the fat-soluble ones in your greens. Then, just a small pinch of salt and a few grinds of fresh black pepper. You can also add a tiny dab of Dijon mustard, less than a quarter teaspoon. The mustard isn't just for flavor. It's a natural emulsifier and helps the oil and lemon juice stay mixed together. Look at that. It's not swimming in dressing. It's just a light, elegant coating that adds flavor and, most importantly, unlocks all those nutrients. That's all you need. Our second option is for those who love a creamy dressing but want to avoid the dairy or the high-calorie commercial versions. We're going to make a tahini lemon dressing. Tahini is a paste made from ground sesame seeds, and it's a powerhouse of healthy fats, minerals, and a surprising amount of plant-based protein. Into the bowl goes 1 teaspoon of tahini. Tahini can be quite thick, so we'll thin it out. Add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. And now, the key is to add a little water, maybe 1 to 2 teaspoons, and whisk it together. You see how it becomes wonderfully smooth and pale? The water helps it achieve that perfect dressing consistency. For flavor, I like to add a tiny pinch of garlic powder and a pinch of salt. This dressing is so satisfying. It gives you that creamy mouthfeel you might miss, and it pairs beautifully with heartier salads that have chickpeas or cucumbers. If tahini is hard to find or a bit expensive where you live, a teaspoon of natural, unsweetened peanut butter or sunflower seed butter, thinned out in the same way, can also be a wonderful substitute. If you're finding these simple recipes helpful, a quick tap on the subscribe button ensures you won't miss our future guides on healthy aging. Our third dressing is a cool and refreshing yogurt dill dressing. This is perfect for summer salads, and it brings another set of health benefits to the table. We'll start with 1 tablespoon of plain Greek yogurt. I prefer Greek yogurt because it's thicker and higher in protein, which helps with satiety, making you feel full and satisfied for longer. A 2% or even a whole milk version will have enough fat content to do the job perfectly. To this, we add about 1 teaspoon of fresh, chopped dill. If you only have dried dill, use about half a teaspoon, as it's more concentrated. Then, we need a little acid to brighten it up. About a teaspoon of white wine vinegar or lemon juice works well. Finally, a pinch of salt and pepper. That's it. A creamy, herbaceous dressing that is packed with protein and, if your yogurt has them, beneficial probiotics for your gut health. This is a perfect example of synergy, where every ingredient is working hard for your health. For anyone who is sensitive to dairy, there are many excellent plain, unsweetened almond or coconut-based yogurts on the market now that would work beautifully as a substitute. Just be sure to check the label to avoid added sugars. These 3 dressings, the vinaigrette, the tahini, and the yogurt, give you a fantastic, healthy rotation. They prove that you don't need bottled dressings with their long lists of preservatives, sugars, and processed oils to have a delicious and functional salad. Now, it's essential to broaden our thinking. This principle of pairing healthy fats with carotenoid-rich vegetables extends far beyond the salad bowl. It's a fundamental concept of nutrition that you can apply to almost every meal. Think about your steamed vegetables. A plate of bright orange steamed carrots or a beautiful sweet potato is loaded with beta-carotene. By drizzling just a half teaspoon of olive oil or melting a small pat of grass-fed butter over them right before you eat, you are dramatically increasing the amount of vitamin A your body can make from that meal. The same goes for steamed broccoli or kale, which are rich in vitamin K, another fat-soluble vitamin crucial for blood clotting and bone health. Consider a simple tomato sauce. Tomatoes are our best source of lycopene, a powerful carotenoid linked to prostate and heart health. Why do traditional Italian recipes always start with sautéing garlic in olive oil before adding the tomatoes? It's not just for flavor. The olive oil ensures that the lycopene from the tomatoes becomes bioavailable, meaning your body can actually absorb and use it. The wisdom was in the cooking all along. Even your morning smoothie can benefit. If you make a green smoothie with spinach, kale, and maybe some mango or berries, you're blending up a huge dose of nutrients. By adding a tablespoon of chia seeds, a scoop of almond butter, or a quarter of an avocado, you're adding the healthy fat needed to absorb all the fat-soluble goodness from those greens. This isn't about adding a lot of fat or calories to your diet. It's about being strategic. It's a small shift in thinking from just eating healthy foods to assembling them in a way that maximizes their nutritional power. It ensures your efforts truly count. When you make this small change, you might not feel a difference overnight, but you are contributing to a long-term strategy of protecting your vision, supporting your skin, and reducing inflammation. You're giving your body the tools it needs to thrive. And as always, it's important to see this as one part of a larger picture of health. If you have specific dietary restrictions, a history of gallbladder issues, or are on certain medications, it is always a wonderful idea to discuss any changes in your diet with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you tailor this advice to your unique health profile. Look at how simple that is. It's not about perfection or following complicated, restrictive rules. It's about understanding the beautiful, logical way your body is designed to work and giving it a small, helping hand. Every single time you add that little drizzle of oil, that spoonful of tahini, or those few slices of avocado, you are making a conscious, powerful choice for your long-term health. You have the wisdom and the experience to take this knowledge and weave it into your life in a way that feels good and sustainable for you. That is a truly wonderful thing. Never underestimate the power of these small, consistent actions. They are the foundation upon which lasting health is built. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your favorite healthy fat to add to your salads or vegetables? Do you have a simple dressing recipe you'd like to share? Your ideas and experiences are so valuable and help everyone in this community learn and grow. If this video brought you a little bit of clarity and a practical tool you can use today, please consider giving it a like and perhaps sharing it with a friend or family member who might also find it helpful. Thank you so much for your time today and for taking such good care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we'll be exploring a simple morning habit that can help support stable blood sugar throughout the day.